Hello and welcome to the Defeat Hair Breakage online event. My name is Crystal Nene Azu, and I'm the founder and CEO of Ishimma. Thanks so much for joining me, and I really do hope you enjoyed this video series. Ishimma is a hair care company of natural and organic based products designed to stop hair breakage and encourage healthy growth. Speaking of hair breakage, if you go online, you'll find that there are a lot of people searching for terms related to this topic. Some of those search terms are stop hair breakage, end hair breakage, prevent hair breakage, and stop split ends. So obviously there are a lot of people searching for terms related to this topic. It's a big problem that many of us are struggling with, particularly women. And that's why I started this video series. When I was a child, I had pretty long hair, and then I got to my teen years and I decided to keep my hair chemically straightened with a relaxer. Unfortunately, this led to serious breakage in my hair. It just wasn't healthy, and so I decided after a couple of years that that was no longer the road for me. Yet, even without the chemicals, I was still struggling with very dry hair, damage, and split ends. My hair was just not healthy and not in good condition. I felt like my hair length was stagnant. I'm sure some you may have experienced this sort of frustration as well. I wasn't receiving good hair advice, and my family and friends were also in this cycle of miseducation, telling me inaccuracies about hair care. So I started learning on my own, experimenting with different methods to find out what really works, and reading into scientific publications as well. I learned that what I had been doing to my hair was creating much more harm than good. Everything from the way I combed and brushed my hair to what shampoos I used and how I moisturized my hair. As I changed my understanding of hair, my hair was transformed, and I developed a strategy of dealing with hair breakage that gave me the beautiful, full, longer hair that I was looking for. And this strategy will work for you too. I had gotten to a point where I was so tired of walking into beauty supply stores and not finding products that had the types of natural ingredients I was looking for. And when I did find natural products, they were far too expensive for me and my budget when I was in college. So my interest in hair finally led me to create Ishimma and fulfill the need of high quality natural products that are formulated to stop hair breakage. Ishimma comes from the words meaning beautiful hair in the Igbo language of Nigeria, West Africa. And my goal is to provide excellent products that encourage healthy growth as well as promote hair education and empowerment of young women and girls. I wanted to see more women with the beautiful hair they want and deserve because that beautiful hair adds on to the confidence we all want. I've done several surveys across the internet collecting information on hair care behaviors to see where people are having trouble with their hair. And the vast majority of women respond that dryness, split ends, and breakage, which all go together, are their number one issue. This is why this Defeat Hair Breakage online event is so important. There are quite a few common mistakes that people make with their hair that leads to hair breakage. The first one is the handling of hair. While our hair is relatively strong, it's not indestructible and it should be treated gently. Often you might make mistakes with how you handle your hair by being rough. An example of this is rushing through combing and detangling. Instead, take your time. Begin combing out tangles at the tips and ends of your hair and make your way up gradually to the roots. Or when you're brushing your hair, brushing wet hair can snap hair strands. Instead, brush from the roots on slightly damp or dry hair instead of using wet hair. Wash your hair gently, don't scratch your scalp, and use the pads of your fingers to wash your hair. And when you dry your hair, if possible, do so without heat or minimal heat. If you have trouble with hair breakage, you should also strongly consider covering your hair with some kind of sleeping bonnet to protect your hair. A second mistake that you may be making with your hair is how you moisturize and oil. If you're seeing dry scalp flakes often, it's a sign that not only is your hair dry, but your scalp as well. Just like your body, your hair needs water to be healthy, strong, and supple. Is your hair getting moisture regularly? Because that's important. Our scalp naturally produces its own oil, but that oil is not enough to reach all of our hair, and particularly our ends. It's a mistake not to be using nutrient rich oils on your hair, especially for those of you with curly, coily, or kinky hair. So, do me a favor, answer this question in the Facebook comment box below. How can you personally tell when your hair is dry? If you don't know how to tell, say so. I'd love to get your feedback. A third mistake that is often made with hair is a lack of maintenance. If your hair is exposed to the elements and to combs, brushes, clothing, and whatever else, it's possible that you've developed some weak areas and split ends naturally, especially if your hair tends to be dry. Trimming is important. You need to trim out damaged areas and split ends so that your hair can continue to get longer without breakage. I used to never want to trim my hair, but when it became a part of my routine, I was removing damage and getting longer hair without breakage. And now I hardly need to trim much of my hair at all because the ends are in such great shape. So I've loaded some of those tips for hair breakage into a QR code that you can scan directly into your smartphone. So scan it for safekeeping. Alright, so those are a few of the mistakes that people make, but here's one thing you can start doing today to get yourself on the right track to stop hair breakage. If you haven't already, make a commitment to put at least one additional action each week into your hair care routine that introduces moisture into your hair. It could be conditioner, leave-in conditioner, conditioner washing, apple cider vinegar rinse, a moisturizing shampoo, or just good old-fashioned water. But put it in your weekly hair routine because hair breakage is directly tied to dryness, and your hair needs moisture. For more great tips, click the button below to receive my much talked about hair care guide, How to Grow Beautiful Hair, the ultimate guide to understanding your hair type, stopping breakage, and eliminating dryness. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to share via Facebook, Twitter, or other social media so your friends can stop hair breakage too. You'll be receiving another video in the series, so be on the lookout. Leave your comments and questions, and don't forget to answer, how can you personally tell when your hair is dry? I'd love to chat with you. Until next time.